We got some breaking news affecting elections in the United States. A majority of justices on the U.S. Supreme Court have officially cleared the way for Virginia to remove 1,600 suspected non-citizens from voter rolls less than 1 week out from Election Day. A lot of questions here. CBS News Supreme Court and legal producer Catherine Cole joins us now to break down this decision. So, Catherine, walk us through this fight. It's been brewing in Virginia. What does it mean for other states?
Yeah, you're exactly right. So this is the first real game time Supreme Court election case ruling we've seen. So pretty significant. And what they're doing is saying Virginia, which identified 1,600, as you said, suspected non-citizens and removed them from its voter rolls. A district court last week ordered Virginia to put those people back on the voter rolls. The Supreme Court is saying, no, you don't have to do that. So let's back up here to understand what this case is about. In August, Governor Glenn Youngkin put out an executive order implementing a rule that's been on the books, a law that's been on the books for quite some time, implementing its non-citizen voting prohibition. Basically, if Virginians, if people identify themselves to the DMV as non-citizens, then the state conducts a process where they send out a notice to those people saying, hey, are you a citizen? Are you not a citizen? And if they don't reply to that, Virginia removes them from the voting rolls. In early October, the Biden administration said, we think this violates the NVRA, which is a statute that says you can't do systematic voter removals in the 90 days before an election. This is kind of there's a tug of war here over, is this a systematic removal or is this a more targeted, individualized removal? As I understand the Supreme Court ruling here, I think they're coming down on the side of this being a more individualized removal. Many courts have shut down some of these more systematic voter removals that we've seen. Alabama, North Carolina, there was a case with 225,000 voters removed, and the court said you can't do that. But here, I think because of the checkpoints in the Virginia system, the court was perhaps more likely to say, we're not so sure that we agree with the lower court that this was a systematic removal. I think the other thing that I would point out is that the lower court ruling came out last week, so very close to the election. And there's a doctrine in election law that says you can't make these big changes right before an election. It's going to confuse people. And I think there's a possibility that the court understood the lower court ruling to be kind of judicial overreach into the province of the state and said, we're going to stay out of it. We're not going to change the rules too close to Election Day.
Still, though, as you put it, game time headlines this close to an election. That's the reason why we ask these questions. So another decision out of the Supreme Court, RFK Jr.'s name. A lot of people wondered if it would be on the ballots, especially in those crucial battleground states. What's the back and forth there, and what did they land on?
Yeah, RFK Jr. has spent a lot of time this fall asking the Supreme Court to intervene with regard to state ballots. Back in September, he asked the Supreme Court to put him on the New York ballots. And then last week, he asked them to take him off the Wisconsin and the Michigan ballots. I mean, translating here, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who suspended his own campaign in August and threw his support behind Donald Trump, wants to remove the noise of his name on the ballots in swing states so that Trump voters don't accidentally vote for him. The problem, as the lower court said, is he filed for his name to appear on the ballots. He qualified to appear on the ballots. And under the Wisconsin state law, for instance, there's no reason why the Election Commission should have to remove his name from the ballots simply because he changed his mind after the deadline. So the Supreme Court has said with all of these requests from RFK Jr., we're staying out of this. We're not going to grant you the relief that you seek. And I believe his name will appear on both the Wisconsin and the Michigan ballots.
Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to need to set a Google alert for Supreme Court in the days to come? This will be a time for the history books. Thank you so much for breaking this all down today. We appreciate it. You have a great day there in our nation's capital.